Okay, you're welcome once again. This is Ugo Pluto, and I just want to say something. Yeah, still in Imo State, or still talking about Imo State. Of course, after the Supreme Court rule, which happened to go to the favor of the APC Senator Hope Uzodinma. Well, accepted. He was given the mandate to becoming the governor of Imo State. Good. But look at the whole trend of things happening. Very crazy. Doesn't really make sense. But I want to still focus on one aspect. In government, we have the judiciary, we have the legislature, and we have the executive. And we were made to understand that these three arms of government are separate. In other words, separation of power. They all have their power. They check one another. They all act within their capacity and they check one another, so to speak. But why is it very different in Nigeria? Why is it different in Imo State? It becomes so worrisome when the executive will hijack the other arms, the judiciary and the legislature. This is a rape of democracy. This is a very ugly experience, an ugly thing we're seeing in our polity today, which is very, very bad and depicts a dangerous phenomenon in our policy, in our political atmosphere today and in the future. What is the essence of these arms if they don't check one another? The executive could be reckless, and then the legislature we check the executive like, hey, come on, you're not doing this right, and then something happens, a change happens. Also the judiciary. But today it's a different ball game. At times I feel like going crazy. Why it can't be like this? Fine. In Nigeria today, we have the freedom of expression. We have the freedom of association. But it becomes so worrisome when you see House members representing their constituencies in Imo State, so to speak, leaving for another party just because their leader, so to speak, is under would I say challenge? It's being challenged or under challenges or something, and then next thing you're leaving. Yeah, like the one that's happening right now. Now, if every member of PDP, every member in the House of Assembly, if every member or some of the members representing their constituencies leave their party to another party, how would they administer? How would they work? Wouldn't there be a sort of hijack of power? Wouldn't things go wrong? Because when the executive comes up with some things, don't they think that things will just go in just like that? Of course, we've had an experience of this before in the last administration of Senator Rochas Okorocha. It was practical, where everybody saw it. The legislature was dead in Imo State. Are we about to see a replica of what happened then? And why would House members leave their parties for another party? Why would a House member not remain steadfast in his party in order to build in a party if at all there is any loophole? Why would they want to leave? Does that portray a form of character assassination? Does that portray incompetence? Does that portray corruption? These are questions to be answered. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you leave for another party and you leave your party, then there would be, of course, there would be executive recklessness. there wouldn't be any checks and balance again, which means democracy is dead. We should start, I don't know, we should go back to the drawing board. Are we getting things right? Are we practicing democracy for practicing sake? Are we just saying it orally, democracy? What about the arms? What about things being done appropriately? Are we observing these things? I think we should go back and start thinking. I want us to start thinking. You may not be a philosopher, but think. 3 arms of government, checks and balance, being null, defeated in our time. A very, very sad thing happening. And most people are not saying. Rather, they choose to be sycophants, praising while things are going wrong. I think we should start reflecting on these things. And if you have the mindset of going for another part, I think you should start thinking. Otherwise, you're not a good politician. If you're a good politician and you're a right politician, you should remain your party. Yeah, you should remain your party. You should remain and build it. Why running? I call it political prostitution. You're jumping from one party to the other. And obviously, when you jump to the next party, you're obviously going to kill that party because you have the wrong set of mind. So when you jump into that party with your ugly state of mind, you're going to kill it. You're going to cause another big problem for that person. And the person there, the executive there, so to speak, wouldn't even know. So it's not about numbers. It's not about what you have upstairs, what you can offer, what you can do, what you can deliver, what you can contribute to the government. So if you collect money, finish. Go sell your conscience, go enter. Tomorrow they come match you. Now you sabi. I just want to say something regarding this. It's a wrap.